if you have been living your life thinking that you don't have your own parents' validation, you try to find validation from society. And then I found validation from... Then when you fall down, the entire internet goes against you.
Correct,
you feel as if the whole world was against you. So then at that time, I felt that, wow, then the people who stayed with me, right? Wow, those people are really...
Legit, right?
Yeah. I tell you, I was such a bitch. I'm very sorry for those who are affected. If anyone showed me any attitude, let's see. Like, so I was terrible. It's hard to think of me like now thinking back at that time. I mean, at some level, you would go like, isn't this what you're looking for, the trappings of success?
Correct.
But then the trappings really trapped me. Wow, I'm so punny. I'm quite comfortable in my own skin now, finally. You know, because I don't have to like... I'm not a tool for just making money. I'm actually just trying to live my life now. Now I'm into meditation and all that kind of stuff. Eat, pray, love, baby.
Hey guys, and welcome to yet another episode of the Singaplex After Office Hours podcast. And today we have none other than controversial figure Seow.
Hello, controversial man.
Well, according to the internet, right? All your life until the point of the controversy, you were carrying the cross of the desire to succeed in life on your back.
Yeah.
Until it sort of broke you.
Yeah, actually.
Who is Samuel Seow today versus in the past?
Now at least at my old age, right? I have some time to go and see the world, so I'm rather enjoying. This was my first holiday in a very long time. You know, all my previous trips were like all work. I'm a worrier. So sometimes got no cross to carry. Carry the imaginary cross. I think so. Sometimes I'm trying to get away from that. So at the time when I was running the firm, there were like 80 over people. So it was really very
a lot
simple,
of head count.
Yeah, but now I think because it's I'm doing more entertainment based stuff. And I'm doing legal counseling on like a more one-to-one basis. So I don't have to deal with so many different moving parts.
Points
right?
of contention.
Yeah, so I feel a lot more relaxed actually.
I vividly recall when I was still studying at NTU, I think more than 10 years ago. Yeah, you gave a talk about like success, the definition of success and happiness, the elephant and the rider.
You were there?
I was there.
Really?
Yes.
That was my TED Talk.
It's my birthday today, so I think I deserve another round of applause, yes?
Yes, that was your TED Talk in TEDx NTU, right?
And I came very late. I was very late.
So you said the elephant and the rider.
Two different creatures at least working internally inside you. The elephant is your basic primal need to go about, to want things. We also have something called our rider, the one that knows the kind of things that we need to do, but doesn't always win because the elephant sometimes trumpets too loudly.
Obviously, you were in a certain headspace back then, chasing success, hustling, being the face of the company, right? And then so now, having gone through all these learnings over the course and a very public process of learning, right?
Yeah.
How have you said this has redefined your view on life?
I think ultimately, right, relationships are more important to me now than they used to be. So I used to think that, okay, everything must be success, I must do very well in my career. And internally, I was this little shy, introverted child who put on this... Yeah, really can tell. I pretend so well. But, you know, ever since I was young, like I was 7 years old, when I went to school, I was this very skinny, young, introverted, don't talk to people. If people are sitting here, I will purposely walk behind them so that no one will make fun of me. That kind of person.
Oh, really?
So I was intensely shy, intensely low self-esteem, that type of person.
At that time.
Then I put on this persona to be able to like guard myself. But internally, I've always been that person. Then recently I went for counseling because I went a bit berserk, right?
Yeah.
So then that counselor asked me like, what would that 7-year-old say about what you have achieved today and who you are today? Would he be proud of you? And then I thought for a long while and I said, yeah, actually yes.
Not bad lah.
Like I pretend quite well.
Yeah.
And this pretension has become my new persona.
Oh, okay.
And you know, and I'm quite comfortable in my own skin now, finally. You know, because I don't have to like I'm not a tool for just making money. I'm actually just trying to live my life now. Now I'm into meditation and all that kind of stuff. Eat, pray, love, baby. Yeah.
Eat, pray, love, right?
Yeah.
And I saw in a previous interview you mentioned that your desire for success was trying to live up to previously your parents' expectations, that you turn out in, you said, a strange way, not what the usual Asian family would.
My father. I swear, when I was young, I thought my father hated me, and I you know that pain of thinking that your father hated you because he was a policeman, he was a footballer, so he was that type who looked half Malay, half Chinese. You know that kind. Because we're all Baba. So he would always play football and all that, and I think internally he might have wished for a son like that, but I was never like that. So I don't talk. I just read. I play music. But I sang really well.
Oh.
Yeah, but singing wasn't something I was particularly interested in. So I think I took it very hard that everyone called me like names when I was going everywhere, and I was very worried that my parents would like not be proud and that they would be actually like quite disgusted with me. Yeah, but to think that your parents would be disgusted with you wasn't a very good cross to bear when you were a young child. But so from that time, I started to I must do very well in school. I must try to beat other people in areas that I cannot beat them because I don't beat people up, right?
Beat them in areas of what we call the earthly pursuits.
Yeah, so then my school, that time school, I did very well.
So you drove yourself to reach what you would term as a peak of society's expectations.
Well, you will never reach the peak of society's expectations, right? Because no one
reaches.
No one, right?
Yeah.
I mean, even though you may have felt that, my firm first year ranking, top media law firm in Asia, that kind of stuff. So there was a sense of pride, but at the same time, you internally knew that it was all a bit of a farce, right? Because how many people seated in the UK or India, now if they outsource it, would actually be able to go and research every law firm and see which one is really the best?
It's very subjective.
Yeah, so it's a matter of you actually submitting and then people whether they want to take your submission or not.
Oh, that's true. And you also mentioned that the whole experience showed you who some of your true friends are.
Oh my God.
And that's why you value relationships so much more than what you did in the past.
I think I am a child when it comes to managing friendships and relationships. Because when you have to pretend to be someone else all the time, it's very difficult to engage in a more real atmosphere. Because I've always been pretending to be this successful lawyer, celebrity lawyer. Then go anywhere. I tell you, I was such a bitch. I'm very sorry for those who are affected. But I would go anywhere and there'd be this entourage of beautiful people with me. And then if anyone showed me any attitude, let's see. So I was terrible. It's hard to think of me now thinking back at that time. I was a horribly terrible bitch. Did I enjoy that life? No. But
didn't enjoy that life?
No. Yeah. I mean, at some level, you would go isn't this what you're looking for, the trappings of success?
Correct.
But then the trappings really trapped me. Wow, I'm so funny. So trapped 到好像不能呼吸. So there was a point in time I really couldn't breathe. Going to work every day was cannot breathe, no. But I was going through panic attacks and I didn't even know.
Oh, you didn't recognize those as you didn't know what that was.
How could Samuel Seow, be suffering from panic attacks?
How can you go to the psychiatrist? You mentioned that in the past you thought that psychiatrists and mental health only for Xiao Lang.
Yeah, but it's not just me lah. But now, I think last time when we were younger, that was the
the norm, right?
Yeah, that no one goes to speak to a
psychiatrist,
right?
Yeah. That's true. And so, how has being more mindful of your mental health helped you curb the demons from within?
Well, today is now is November, but because I was sentenced on the 28th of October 2022.
Wow.
So on the 27th
Yeah,
of
yeah.
October 2023,
Mm.
leading up to the 28th, right? All of a sudden, internally, I just wanted to die.
Oh. Like
Literally.
literally.
It was completely irrational. But I was just sobbing.
Okay.
And I was feeling so sad. So you know what I did? I went to Raffles City. Then I went downstairs to Din Tai Fung to buy the prawn fried rice.
Prawn right.
I quite like it. Then I went to Bagawa Solo to buy the pandan chiffon cake or whatever lah. Then I went and Old Chunky, my mother also. So I bought all this and I brought it to my mother's house.
Oh.
I said, no, this is for you to eat.
Mm.
And then thinking that I would just leave the place and then I would.
The Last Supper. Wow, that's serious stuff.
Yeah, that was serious stuff.
Yeah.
And of course it didn't happen. Otherwise,
There'll be no
who am
podcast.
I? Yeah, because some of my colleagues were really worried because they couldn't contact me for the entire day. My phone was off. So, yeah, but I also don't know what happened. So I went to see a psychiatrist, and then they put me on tranquilizers. They
Tranquilizers.
They threatened to actually put me into IMH to ward me. Yeah, but that was just, if you think about it, just a couple of days ago.
Wow.
So the whole mental health thing, I think, is very real. And I think nowadays the stresses of the world, I don't think we were meant to live like this, where
We are not meant to live.
everyone can talk about you, the whole world can talk about you, the whole world
Yeah.
can like say evil things about you with no qualms, right?
Yeah,
I mean, last
no
time,
consequence.
yeah, they can just you all can say whatever you want.
Yeah,
I mean, I bet in this video there'll be some haters also.
Yeah.
But it hurts. Yeah. And sometimes if you have been living your life thinking that you don't have your own parents' validation, you try to find validation from society. And then I found
then the
validation
internet's the
from
worst
yeah. Then when you fall down, the entire internet goes against
Yeah,
you.
yeah, correct,
You
correct.
feel as if the whole world was against you.
Oh.
So then at that time I felt that then the people who stayed with me, right? Those people are really
Legit,
man.
right?
Yeah. I told you, like, I think the most touching thing I felt throughout this entire experience was, in jail when you are there for the first 7 days, it's quarantine. So it's the maximum security prison. You know what you see in maximum security in CNA?
Yeah.
That plus cockroaches.
Cockroaches?
A lot. Yeah. Then on the third day, they gave you a tablet. So then you can have some kind of connection with the world. So you can receive all sorts of emails, from people that you approve. But you can only send out 4 per month. The first email that came through was my mother's email.
Oh, wow.
And she said, "I'm so proud of you."
Oh, that's...
That was like,
Wow. That's profound.
yeah.
Oh.
Because I've been a spoiled brat all my life, right? And I've had, like, I was Ti Kong Kia. I was the one that could, like, I was a golden child. But for me to go through such
Yeah.
hardships, some people, you all will think I deserve it. Yeah, but I went through it. And so I didn't know that it affected me so much that 1 year later I would still suffer the consequences of it. And when I posted on TikTok, there were some people who went like, "You deserve to die, what? You deserve it,
Yeah.
you deserve it." Yeah lah, I deserve lah. So you very perfect. You don't deserve. You very good.
I guess that's what they say, right? When everything falls apart, you can count on your mother and your dog to still love you.
Dog, yes.
Yeah.
My mother is amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, it's like what Vin Diesel said: family.
Family and truly speaking, I mean some friends. Some friends would, and I think friends 更难得, right? Because they don't have an obligation to be with you. But when they choose to be with you throughout difficult times, right? It's a choice. So it's a very humbling feeling when actually people choose to take your side when the whole world is against you. And one of those people I really need to thank would be Michelle Chong.
Sure.
Yeah, I tell you,
Wow.
a lot of people say she's not
Double
nice.
legit. She's double.
Actually very nice.
Yeah. She's genuine.
Yeah,
she's genuine.
at least to me lah.
Yeah.
But then she told me not to go and read any of those things that that people post, and she said, "I will read for you."
Wow.
You know, I got anything, I'll let you know. But she never told me that, so I bet it's all bad.
Oh.
Yeah, but then now looking back, you know, I didn't have to take it so hard, right?
Yeah.
Now, if you're looking back at things, I mean, I fought for 4.5 years to
Well,
stay
that's a
out
long,
of jail.
that's a long time. Yeah.
So I could have like reduced my own internal prison sentence by a lot if I had chosen to
To
like
seek closure.
and to get a good set of lawyers at first.
Yeah.
Let's just say I'm not impressed with my first set. Yeah.
Well, speaking from the lawyer himself.
But you see, I don't do criminal. People think like lawyers, wow, 死命不在, right?
Yeah, actually not true,
No
right?
leh. You ask me anything about criminal law,
It's his own niche by itself, right?
But I was the person who did entertainment and media,
Yeah,
right?
correct,
So
correct.
you ask a criminal lawyer, they know copyright, they also maybe don't know, ma. Yeah. So there are different areas of expertise.
Oh, they're like, take the deal, Sam, like some HBO show.
They asked me to plead guilty to everything,
Huh? Your lawyers ask you to plead guilty to
telling me
everything?
that actually not serious.
Just all you get is a fine.
I don't know whether I can say that, but
Yeah.
something to that effect. But
Wow.
and also that no lah, you won't get struck off on this kind of things. Lawyers can only get struck off if they cheat people money.
Oh. Really?
我发生什么事了？ Yeah, but so the life turned. I mean, but in my mind, because I believe in God, right? I believe that everything has a meaning, and I believe that whatever I'm going through actually has some kind of like significance.
Some kind of lesson.
Yeah, it's a lesson to me as well as a lesson to other people, as well as some significance that I perhaps don't see right now.
Yeah, okay.
But there will be ripples in the universe as a result of like everything that happens.
Oh, okay. So you feel that in life we can choose to take like some kind of like challenges and suffering that comes our way as lessons and hopefully grow from them.
You know, one of the people I really like to listen to is Jordan Peterson.
Yeah.
And he said something very profound. He said, life is suffering, right? But
Life is sorry.
I mean, Christ said as much, right? That in life there will be
Suffering, tribulations, right?
Yeah, there will be, but then how we must live our life must be so meaningful that the suffering doesn't mean as much as how we live our life.
And you mentioned something along the lines of like resilience and being able to like come back from what appears to be public failure and fall, and then to emerge stronger than before and carry on your like life's path.
I believe that like I've been given certain talents and certain skills, and since like school I've been able to like absorb information well, and I've been able to like execute it well. I still think I'm a good lawyer despite what they think. I've helped you too before.
Yes, true. Full disclosure, I used to be a client of Sam.
Full disclosure, I didn't remember.
Because the amount too small, the case too small.
你算什么？
Peanut case.
No, I do remember. But I think basically life must have meaning. And like even when I was a lawyer, I think why I took things so hard was because I really wanted to help everyone who came. And I took everyone's problems as my own problems. And that was not very healthy.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, to be a lawyer, you need to be a bit of an asshole where you can like
Detach.
cut.
Yeah.
But my ability to detach is very weak.
Oh, okay. So I would say that his clients got the full value.
I tell you, there are clients who stick with me even today. They are still consulting me on things like even though I'm not a lawyer,
yeah.
I'm still
Like giving them
consulting
advice,
them.
you know.
Yeah, because and they've been with me for like and my entire career since I was a pupil, you know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, when you're a young Padawan in the trade.
Yeah. But I take pride in the fact that I have like changed like for example just Singapore's like theatre scene.
Oh,
right.
okay.
Last time, all of them were my clients, and now they can walk out of Singapore, they can go to the Shanghai festivals, they can go to
global stages.
Because I drafted all those agreements for them. There was no one in Singapore who knew or cared to do that.
What can artists get? What can they not get? What are protections and things like that, right?
And I did it all for free,
Wow.
Yeah, because I really wanted to. I really want to make a difference.
Push the scene forward, right?
Yeah, we need to make a difference, man. I mean, our theatre not bad on there. The world needs to see it.
Yeah, that's true. And speaking of theatre, entertainment, and media, there's been great shifts in how celebrities and personalities are valued, right?
Yes.
So in the old days, when I first knew about your practice, it was the days of traditional conglomerate media like MTV, HBO, and they were the big spenders, and most talents would monetize from them. And then now it's like, if you're not relevant on the internet, or at worst you need to be relevant on both the internet and mainstream media, it's like double the work, right?
But I don't even watch mainstream media. Does anyone other than my mother?
Well, it's declining.
But that's a huge difference. I mean, previously, I own Beam Artists, which is an artist management agency. Even we had to pivot because previously, we were known as the Angmo one, right? Where we would have all these Pan Asians like Atla, Aso,
all the VJs and
wow. You know how much money it was making at that time when Singapore was the hub of all these activities, right? And then the MDA at the time, the Media Development Authority, was throwing money into films and getting
productions,
people to come
right?
here.
A lot of productions.
Gam gam ho lah. So it was gang gang how I was also there, right? So then so many things were happening, and then I set up a artist management company, and then all of these more people came under me, and then we all made a lot of money together.
Wow.
But now, where's HBO? Where's MTV? Boreal. Then where do we go? I mean, so everyone can have their own channel. Everyone can. So things have
fragmented.
And if I manage an artist today, okay, let's say a name. Let's say I manage. If I managed Zoe Tay.
Okay.
Then
how?
How?
Blank.
So I need to be MediaCorp, and I need to give her series for her to act.
Correct, true.
Or what? Or else?
Well, there's a very little wiggle room to maneuver.
Otherwise, what do we do, right? So now, in contrast, you have people like Ma Yiduo, your Simon Boy.
Correct.
And I love these people, right?
And Tommy.
So all of these people are now the people who are grabbing eyeballs, right? And they're grabbing eyeballs for very different reasons for why Zoe Tay grabbed eyeballs during her time. People needed to... You remember her first TV series?
No.
You don't pretend.
What's that? The
三面下娃, You remember?
I remember.
Okay. So her first thing, Bobo, people used to call her Bobo. And then,
Bobo.
Right? Then every day you go home
and
try to watch. Every weekday you go home and try to watch the show and follow. And that's how they built this closeness with you.
Yes.
But now the closeness has become a bit
more immediate,
more abrupt. Right?
Correct.
So the closeness can come and go
fast,
a lot quicker.
That's also the danger of the content creator space, right?
Correct.
And not many creators have a very good track record of career longevity, at least in Asia.
Who Xiaxue stayed quite long.
From blogs all the way.
Xiaxue is but she's so smart. I think that girl is really very smart. And actually, I think she has a lot of protective mechanisms around her to guard herself internally. But I bet you inside she's just a softie who's very nice. And I don't know her very well, but that's my sense.
As an artist manager and businessman yourself now, how do you advise your current crop of personalities?
I think one thing about Simon Boy that I really admire is that he truly means the things that he says. Right? So he, when you go out and you actually talk to him, right, his story is linear. It doesn't deviate. And he's very genuine. When he says thank you, when he says I'm doing this because I don't want to go back to drugs and all that kind of stuff again, you know that he really means
true.
It. And so he comes from a place of
authenticity, right?
I think authenticity is very important now. Last time, artists used to have to put on personas and like, oh, cannot be seen to be doing this kind of thing. Like I bang sai also
cannot
must,
be seen to be taking bus.
Yeah. MRT also
That's a big thing, right?
Yeah, you're star, like, you're not starfish. That's what I used to tell my artists. Right? Like, starfish people can step on you. Right? Yeah, you must be a star, so you must be unattainable. But Singapore, how to unattainable? How much does Mediacorp pay you?
Not enough.
Yeah, like really? You can say or not?
Can say.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, like they would sign people on her, and then they would pay you a salary congruent to your how much other civil service organizations would pay you based
Really?
on your diploma or degree.
Huh?
Yeah!
What the hell?
At least last time, was that too loud?
No, okay.
If 你是 diploma 出来的就3000多啦 So every month they get 3000
So
多
even if you're Zote and if you diploma, then
I don't know whether she got No, but that was different than Star Search, man.
different.
Then 人家一姐 very different from
true,
all the others. But yeah.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so it was like this, and then like that's why last time the presence of external agents or external artist managers were important.
True.
Because we would get them jobs that would get them more money.
The brand deals and all that, right?
Yeah, so then we lend you to Mediacorp to do certain
sorry,
to give you the
frontage,
frontage, so
right.
people can see you, because there was no other way that you could reach the audience at that time.
So the TV was the internet. To put it crudely, the TV was the internet, and now the internet is the TV. Because now the TV is in our hand.
Everywhere, right? Everywhere you go.
And having this omnipresence of media also brings along new I feel societal problems, right? Because like I guess you call it like people are quick to argue with strangers online. You know?
But they only argue online. In real life, you see them, they're damn nice. There was once I went to the Asian Television Awards. Then this was in the Resorts World. This was after I was charged and all this news had come out already. But before I actually went in. So then there was this lady who was very nice, and she came out and like, oh, so nice, you're so humble, you still come and attend this. I'm like, yeah, humble. Like Asian Television Awards, should I be here? Then she shake my hand and all that. Then go home, she write on my Instagram. She's like, so proud. People shake your hand also, you so proud like that. You, these kind of people should die. Then I'm like, what? I don't know you, I just shook your hand.
Oh, really? So the internet reveals the true nature of humanity.
I don't know whether it's true or whether... Do you think it...
I think the internet gives people a shield to say what they really want without consequence.
Really?
Yeah.
But do you think they really want to say it, or they get possessed?
I think they get possessed by the spirit of... maybe the consequence not immediate.
No, but I tell you honestly, I think when everyone says the same thing, right? No one dares to go against it.
Because they don't want to be the next target, right?
Yeah. So you will be cancelled if like that. So it's the whole force of the
one-way traffic
of the throng.
One-way traffic. No one wants to make the U-turn while the traffic is going one direction,
correct.
Right?
Yeah, but have balls lah. Have balls a bit.
Or create those fake account user 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Just to support me, fake user accounts to support and not to hit
not to troll, right?
Not
to count. And why do you think society has reached this point that there's so much like hate on the internet or in the world and so much division?
Wow, that's a very deep question. Am I the right person to answer it though?
I guess having gone through.
I think what happened to me was very painful to me, but maybe everyone now, maybe Mediacorp not producing very good shows. Reality TV series would be the most compelling when you actually see someone live their life. Yeah, even the press to some extent follows a certain narrative when they want to report about you, right? So I've read reports about me in court and all that, and it completely is very different from what actually happened. Wow. But technically, it's correct. Yeah, but reality, is like all the emphasis is on the wrong thing.
That means.
Yeah, but so you cannot sue, but at the same time you cannot say
they did something.
They just want to sell newspapers, man. And there was one point in time where all of my stories were subscriber only. Yeah, so I don't know how many subscribers I got for Straits Times. You better pay me.
And that brings me to my next point, which is you mentioned once that in Singapore or at least now the current internet culture, we like to see like successful people fall, and then everyone piles onto it. Why do you think that is so? Like you mentioned the phrase tall poppy syndrome.
The tall poppy syndrome.
Yeah.
Wow, you reading my research,
Here at the Singaplex.
So you saw the previous podcast where I look very fat.
I watched all.
I better not look very fat in this one. Yeah, the tall poppy syndrome is very real, and the tall poppy syndrome didn't come from Singapore. I mean, like I heard it first in Australia, right? So people generally, I don't know that they like to see people fail. And they like to see people fail gloriously.
Glorious,
right?
Like Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Who will be our new tribute for the districts to not feel so shit today?
Yeah, that is lucky or lucky not me. It's the other one. It's the other one.
It's him.
So, but everyone is going like this. I mean, is that the correct mentality to live your life? I don't think so. I think the world is still full of abundance.
Right.
If you think about it, stop looking at the little that you have and start looking up. Actually, we have so much. Why are you like fighting with me for space? You know, there's abundance. God promised us that. Like, stop thinking so low class lah. I feel don't have to. If other people are doing well, please take pride. That other people are doing well.
At least it's possible. It shows that there's some pathway to success, right?
But now, like, Joseph Schooling, all this, like, wow, really? Like, they somehow can do no wrong. So I don't know why some people...
But Joseph Schooling, he got the weed.
But still supporters are like, no, we will support you. We will. I don't know why he got so many supporters. Maybe it's the Olympics makes it
I think it's because it's sports. And we have very shortage of sporting talent. Singapore, the football just lost, I think 5-0 to Korea. Right?
Wow, that's so surprising.
Speaking of like Koreans and like Singaporean media, so I read somewhere that, speaking on the topic of media, some decades back, the Korean government heavily invested their tourism fund or their cultural export fund into creating a system for companies to commercialize their culture, and that's why we are sitting here today talking about like K-pop. Everyone's watching, like so it's very big. So what do you think, like in Singapore, we need to actually bring export our culture or our creative IP like globally? And why do you think this has been such a challenge for so many years, despite the fact that we are so developed as an economy?
I tell you, actually, I think we focus on all the wrong thing. You know, don't fight the Koreans in what they're good at, right? Like, you want to do a boy band,
correct.
你要几岁开始 right? And you must be able, you know, the Koreans are very rough people, right? 他们打来打去的啦。
They're quite.
Like, and then everyone 4 weeks jail 就没有时间了嘛，对吧？ But there can 嘛。So, but in Singapore, I suppose we must think of what we are strong at. People think that Singaporean content doesn't translate very well, right? It does. You look at YouTube, some of the most popular food videos are Singaporean-based ones. So our food is already like up there. Even though I think Malaysians would disagree. But actually, the Singaporean food scene is very up there. And at the same time, we have a population of people who are very opinionated. I've suffered the consequences of things. But at the same time, they know how to talk. Right? There are people who are well educated, who have been to like good schools, and who are able to speak about topics internationally. Okay, we don't talk about the Singapore political scene because they're not but we can talk about other people. We can talk about big trends that are coming, the gender ideology, like
global
do you agree with it? Do you not agree with it? Or do you not even know anything about it? I mean, there are global things happening, there are wars happening. Are we entering into World War III? Is it going to happen?
Should you buy Bitcoin?
You see, everyone goes back to like, should we invest in this kind of thing? But look up a bit. The whole world is happening around us. I mean, we have to be grateful for what we have, but at the same time, we need to be able to be a voice of like logic in this part of the world. Right? Because we can speak English, and our English is not so bad that people can understand.
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
Then we can actually, our exportable products could be things that come from our expertise, like finance perhaps, like our opinions perhaps. Because we can be opinion leaders. Singapore is like such a well-respected country.
Best practices made in Singapore. Something like that, right?
Yeah.
With the Singapore branding.
Yeah. Then people want to watch, I feel. But you don't get to do the K-pop drama thing. Our drama really cannot lah.
Cannot, they're too busy studying for PSL.
Right. Because the K-pop people, they're very
hardcore,
young. They're very young.
Hardcore.
Yeah. I remember when I was
slave camp.
It's true. You'll be scolded like that. Even when I was in the music and drama company, right? In the army, right? I was forced to split in 3 months. You know, like 几岁的人, you have to split. If you don't split, you will be forced to go out to infantry unit. Then like, that was split.
Everyone just split themselves.
Yeah, it's like every day like farewell to the concubine. So every day quick car lor. Yeah, then until like 3rd month, I can open there.
Then they approve.
Yeah, don't have to go out to infantry.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I guess we have a lot of like your background IP and expertise that we can develop, right? And not always lost, right?
No, actually, I think everyone needs to believe this, that whatever happens in your life, right, 你不会死的，真的，不会死的。You just have to, whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. You just have to believe that everything that happens has a reason, then just go along with it, right? Because you never know what the reason will be, and one day I believe like something beautiful will happen.
That's true. Did you feel that at that point in the time when you were running such a stressful operation, right, that you were using comedy as a therapy to diffuse the stress?
I was using comedy because I think it actually hides it, and it covers a lot of flaws, right? Because when you use comedy and people laugh, first of all, they get disarmed because how can a lawyer act like this, right?
Yeah. So I thought lawyers supposed to be.
Then my jokes are very 入骨. So then they were like, this person very special. So immediately I make an impression of them.
Correct.
And when they come here, I'm actually still quite smart. So I can help them solve
actually,
their
the lawyers still
Wow, look, buay pai leh.
You know your stuff.
Yeah. 個屁個黐過.
Then they do their
I've been going to the gym.
They go their Asian calculation, then it makes sense,
not
right?
Bad. Not bad. So because smaller firm than the Drew and APS. So it's like, wow, so really cheaper.
And then value.
Knows his stuff and then makes me laugh and makes me feel very special. Because
I don't cool.
I
don't cool it. And so paragraph 4.
Yeah. So so that was my calling card.
Wow, that's good. I guess the lesson here is like everyone needs to find their niche and then like develop it.
Yeah.
So and not be discouraged.
Don't be cookie cutter lah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're a bit strange, just exploit that strangeness, right?
All the way.
All the way,
right?
Yeah, but if your strangeness is like a serial killer, then maybe stop.
So fly your freak flag high.
I think so. I mean, isn't...
Yeah, actually Singapore, there's a lot of craziness under society. And like in the day, you see people, we're taking their suit and then their bag to CBD at work, right? Then at night they're unhinged, On
the internet, right?
Yeah, on the internet.
But you actually, we should be able to allow people to be themselves. Right? Now I think people should be free to like express themselves in the way that they want to, and we should celebrate. And I smile, when I see people in Orchard Road like doing things which are different, because Singapore needs that spark. Why do we need to be cookie cutter? We don't have to be cookie cutter. What? We can be special.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I think we've all known some creative friends that have a very big talent, but they're afraid to put it on the internet because they might lose their job, Right? They might lose, what my boss think of this, right? Yeah.
Not only fans,
But if that's your talent, hey, fly your freak flag high.
That's my talent. See ya.
Yeah, and so where do you think other than OnlyFans, right? The opportunity for like talent and personalities are in monetization as a business owner yourself, because they cannot be still fighting with the next generation of creators for brand deals.
Yeah, I think it's very strange, right? Because now it seems to reach瓶颈.
Yes.
I think our social media should be a bit more meaningful than it is now. we should say a bit more meaningful things rather than come up with skits all the time that make people laugh. I mean, there's space for that.
Yeah, correct.
But why can't we have a Matt Walsh? Why can't we have an Oprah Winfrey? Why can't we have people who are smart enough to interview world leaders about things which matter to the world?
Yeah.
We are Singapore, lad. Hey, we are supposed to be them happening on it. We need to have those people.
Yeah.
And those people will have international presence. I think that's our next challenge.
Yeah, I think the next challenge for Singapore to be known as the producer for quality content.
Quality content, yeah.
Yeah, globally that can be exported globally.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, then the world becomes your oyster. Right? Because I do regional artist management now, right? When you go to Singapore, if you get maybe 50,000, wow. You
Clap hand, right? Yeah.
You go Malaysia, your 50,000 is
Nothing, right? Yeah.
Malaysia,
Is it 3 million?
Yeah, 1 million, 2 million.
Minimum, right?
Okay, You go Indonesia, wow, 10 million, 50 million.
Like 20 million.
So it just keeps growing, right?
Right.
So why can't we, using this form that we have, go around the world rather than create something that is so domestic?
Oh, correct. True. I guess maybe growing up Singaporeans become very, we would like to say we are internationally outlooking, but we're very inward looking also. Because everyone is trying to strive to have at least their minimum place in society, right?
Yeah, I think things are tough now, right? I think things are getting very expensive for people. So, yeah, but once again, if we get rid of that scarcity mentality and we think abundance, right? I think there's a lot of creativity that is wasted.
Wasted, right?
A lot of you are more creative than you think you are.
They're all afraid.
Yeah, you just use that creativity to scold me only, but in other ways.
Yeah, well, we know all the hate comments are from some chat GPT bot.
Maybe it's just one person. Maybe
it's populating the bots, right? Yeah. Scold Samuel Seow.
I hope so.
Create 10 TikTok bots to scold. Yeah. So speaking of these bots, AI and things like that, a lot of people are debating they thought AI would take the production jobs, the blue collar jobs, but it seems that AI is taking the jobs of the creatives, or at least the what I call the mass level creativity and things like that. So do you fear that one day we'll become a cyborg society that human creativity will cease to flourish?
I certainly hope not.
Yeah.
Right? Because it would take a genius to be able to create the Mona Lisa last time, right? But if now everyone can create something like that.
Yeah, but that's the thing also. I realized because I myself, in my spare time I sell and make artwork, right?
Yeah.
And I realized that that increasingly clients actually want to know that this was created by a human, right? Yeah, because they still put the some kind of value on unique creativity.
Yeah, but there'll be the rest of the people who create a mass market
product, right? Yeah.
Not it's like when you go and eat meatballs, right? They'll say the freshly made, handmade,
artisanal meatball, right?
Meatball, right? So people still think that the human made, handmade is still
better,
the best.
right?
Yeah, and I hope it stays that way. But now ChatGPT, I mean,
well, good news, you're no longer a lawyer. Right?
Yeah, but anyone can come up with any agreement now, I guess.
Yeah.
But just very stupid. Just an example.
Yeah.
They're so stupid until they never changed the law, governing law, So I had two boys who ran a company together in Singapore. And they downloaded a shareholders agreement from the internet, which was if you want to sue each other, you need to sue each other in Buffalo, New York. Use some brains how to sue in Buffalo, New York.
There's too much templating going around.
Yeah. But I think when things become so easy for humans, then what are humans going to do eventually?
Yeah,
I mean,
true.
How many people are going to go jobless as a result of all these AI things? Then what?
Then you need to be even more creative.
Yes.
Exactly. Right.
As if we're not stressed enough.
Yeah.
But what is the new world order? And I'm not asking this because of the Marvels, because
the Marvels.
it's gone down the shithole.
R.I.P.
Yeah. But what is going to happen? What's going to happen to creatives? What's going to happen to people in
professionals,
general?
right?
Yeah.
White collar professionals that thought they were safe, right?
Yeah. So are you?
Yeah.
I'm now 50 something, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how long more I live, but actually for the young ones, I mean,
it's
going to be a
worrying,
real
right?
risk.
Yeah. True.
Yeah. When I say I'm 50 something, that's when you say, no, you don't look it.
不像
Oh, shit, thanks.
yeah.
So real. Thanks.
But I think the thing about you, Samuel, is that you have, I would say, kept pace with the trends, right? And that's why you are in the creative space, right? Because I think there are very few people at the time when like I engaged your firm, right? That I knew that had a law practice and also a artist management agency, right?
I take a lot of pride, in the fact that we had like spearheaded a lot of things. And I take a lot of pride that I've changed the entertainment face in Singapore for at least a while.
Oh, wow.
So everyone is like, he says everyone is famous for 15 minutes.
Yeah, Andy Warhol.
Yeah,
everyone's
Andy Warhol.
famous for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh.
So at least in my 15 minutes, I tried to do my best.
You once said that however bad today might be, you need to live with the hope that tomorrow might be better.
Yeah.
Why do you say that?
Honest, you'll kill yourself.
Shit.
I mean, it's quite simple as that. And
correct.
there have been 2 occasions in my life when I've tried to kill myself. Even though I'm like, I can say all sorts of like niceties to people, right? But when it fucking hurts, it fucking hurts, right? When you feel that like you are so like at the end of your tether, that maybe it'd be
time.
better for everyone if I just ended it. You know, but I don't encourage anyone feels that way. I mean, because it's wrong. When you are presented with a challenge, you have 2 ways,
Paths.
right? You can either do the right thing and face up to it, or you could do the wrong thing and then be a complete failure of a person. Yeah, but you need to do the right thing. And then when you are able to sit down here and talk about it, then you take a lot more pride in yourself. Then maybe every day moving forward would be a lot better.
True, that's a good takeaway, guys. You mentioned before that your relentless drive to succeed was driven from a deep childhood insecurity that you wanted to prove that strange people, in your own words, like yourself, could succeed in society.
Yeah. I'm not a cookie from a cookie cutter, right? Because I molded this whole persona from so many years of hard work. So what happened was, from primary 1 to primary 4, I was this quiet little boy in school that no one noticed, except when it came to like academic awards, then I would win everything. When it came to primary 5, I realized that, hey, everyone is bloody teasing me every day. It's really tough going to school. So I'm better like do something to change my life. Otherwise, I'm going to be like that the rest of my life, right? And I don't want to see for the rest of my life. I don't want. So I use my academic abilities to like make them look bad. In primary 6, I became head prefect.
Primary 6 and
From nothing, from a boy who doesn't speak to that. Then I started realizing that I can use my brains to like outsmart people in this game of life. We all have to use our brains, but use it better. Don't use like me like a sabo people. Then I've got karma like that.
Prior to the day of your like epic meltdown, right? So you used to view people that sought like professional mental health help as like weak or crazy, right? So how has your view evolved through this experience?
Actually, I think it's a confusing question to me, because I've gone through something that I didn't think I'd ever go through, right? Where I actually, I was suffering panic attacks. I was not sleeping. I haven't been since the day in 2005 when I started my firm. I hadn't been able to sleep without like sleeping pills until today. When we all go through troubles and challenges, I mean, we try to stand up and try to fight. There are some people who are not as strong, but even when you're strong and you're challenging and fighting, there's some part of you that goes like, this is very scary, right? So we want to make our clients feel as if like,
There's
we
nothing
have all our shit together, right?
This lawyer, wow, boy, to.
But some things fucking scare me.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was fighting the Tanya Chua case in the Court of Appeal against a senior counsel, and I was in my second or third year of practice.
Wow.
Who would have thought I would win?
Wow.
But I was terrified.
Through the process of
Yeah, but some terror helps you, some trauma hurts you, but at some point of time, even though mental health is very important, so we must keep ourselves in a good state of mind, right? So how do you keep yourself in a good state of mind? Deep breaths are important.
deep breaths, literally.
Literally, deep breaths whenever you feel stressed. And then go and, watch things on YouTube which are more enriching, like those to put you in a different state. Like meditation, when I say that, everyone say it's boring, right? Then you don't watch meditation. You watch that kind of like abundance manifestation, that kind of stuff. Yeah. Whether it works or not, it puts you in a different
state, right?
different state where you believe, where you have hope. Where you have faith that things will get better.
Yeah.
So when you change your mental state from hopelessness to hope, however you do it, most people, and I encourage most people to use religion.
Oh, really?
Because, the promise of a better day. I've come here so that you have life and live it to the full. My plans are to prosper you,
and not to hurt you. Right?
Yeah, so all these promises, when you believe that they are said by God to you, then how can you not believe in a better tomorrow, right? Yeah, so if you really, really believe, right, 你可以走下去的. And if you got problem, really, and a lot of people have been approaching me. This is my promise. You have problems, just Instagram, just ask me, then I'll be there, because people need to help.
The champion for
Yeah. I cannot counsel you, but I can find you counselors, and we can work on this together. Nothing is hopeless, one. Nothing. Even if you go to jail, even if the worst thing that you can imagine happens to you, life goes on.
Life goes on. And what do you have to say to cynics who might say that, oh yeah, Sam can say all this now because he's been wealthy, and then he probably still is wealthy, and then they're like, yeah, that's what like rich people say, eat, pray, love after they've succeeded. What do you have to say to these people?
When I lost my firm, right, there was one point in time I only had $11 in my bank account,
Wow.
because I had to pay out like so many loans.
Through the course of business.
Yeah. So then I fought back, right? So don't knock my experience because it's not only like
they don't know what
you don't know what I went through. It was very, very tough, and I'm not a wealthy person who is like I can buy a private jet or something. I've worked very hard for every cent that I have. I really worked my ass off.
Grinded for it.
Grinded? You just say grinder. How inappropriate.
You really hustled for it. Yeah.
Hustler? You say
No, that's because they say they got this meme on the internet called Sigma grind set. It's supposed to mean someone that always hustling.
Yeah, I'm seriously always hustling.
Yeah.
And but because I'm now in my 50s, and even though that time only $11 in my account, but CPF got money, so you have some savings that will mature, insurances that mature. I hope to retire comfortably, but those of you young people who are watching, must prepare for retirement, man. Like, I sound so old, right? No, but if every day you save, if every month you save like $100, let's say, then you just put it into a bank account, like interest bank account.
Interest.
If every month you save $100, when you are my age, 你很多钱的. Yeah. So just do that. I
so no buy now, pay later, guys.
Yeah, credit cards very scary. Yeah. Try not to.
Try not to avoid the plastic. Right?
Yeah.
True.
But surgery, yes.
That's a good one. So you said before in some of your previous interviews that Singapore as a society, we always like to portray in like, whether it's the media or outwardly, that we are actually one way when we are actually not this way, right? And people are afraid to talk about their true opinions. And why do you think, what is it about Singapore, maybe our education system, our social conditioning that has resulted in such a
I
phenomenon?
think it used to be more true previously than it is today. But I think people still, there's still a fear for towards speaking up about certain sensitive political issues, about taking certain positions in relation to which are in conflict with the
trends.
popular norm that is, and our popular norms are usually set by our government, right? So when you go against the government in Singapore, I think there's a huge fear that you will face repercussions. In fact, when my thing happened to me, people ask me, "Who did you offend?" Yeah. Well, I don't think I offended anyone. Yeah. So I think that shouldn't be the case. I mean, we should be allowed to speak, but of course, within the framework of what's reasonable and what is not defamatory and doesn't hurt people. I mean, but people should be able to have opinions on different things.
That's true.
I see that Iris Cole has gone on this hunger strike. Do you see that?
No, she has.
Yeah, she's gone on a hunger strike on the basis that she thinks. Can you stop laughing? It's very hard for me to keep a straight face when you're laughing in person. A straight face? Did I say that? Okay. Because she objects to Tharman being the president.
Oh.
At the same time, holding on to his memberships, I think in the WHO or the World Economic Forum. Yeah, so I think she's now on a hunger strike. And for people like this, I'm going at some level I admire them for
because really putting her neck out, right?
Yeah. I don't know whether she'll die if no one takes over from her.
She's put her neck on the chopping block and she provide the board also.
Yeah. But at the same, as much as you go okay, I may disagree with your position, but at some level, don't we need people like that who want to make change? And should people like that be allowed to exist in our country? Yes, because they exist in many other countries to not much damage, right? I mean, just let them talk.
True. We might actually might not agree, but we might learn something new as well.
Yeah,
right?
actually,
and I think that's what's needed on Singapore societal level for innovation and progress.
Yeah,
right.
And when Tharman went on, one of his campaign messages was to be kind to everyone, right? To be nice, to be kind. I think somehow that's lacking in Singapore now, and I really hope he walks the talk and that people get nicer to each other.
Oh, that's true.
Of course, it doesn't just start from the president. Everyone needs to start doing that.
Correct. Today, emotionally, what's your state of being?
I'm trying to live a meaningful life. And I'm trying to still make changes. I think even though I'm in my 50s, I won't stop dreaming of better things, And I think Singaporeans sometimes forget to dream, right? You forget to...
Or they're afraid to dream.
Yes. Why?
More so the fear of dreaming.
Yeah, why?
They're afraid of unmet expectations. The dreams are exam questions.
If your dreams don't come true, then fuck it. Right? At least,
correct. You try.
I tried.
Yeah, that's
right.
true.
But if your dreams come true,
or a fraction of them come true, also good.
Then you fought the good fight. I mean, I fought the good fight for as long as my firm was around, right? Then now I don't have the firm anymore. I need to fight a new fight. But I don't. Okay, let's not use so violent terms, just in case. But I think we need to continue to hope for something better, to and something more meaningful, something happier, something that brings you more joy. Because don't just work every day and then go to work and don't like your boss and you choose not to like your boss. Everything you do is toxic. 我讨厌你. Then if you don't like this woman, you don't like this.
to move.
Then 你干嘛？对吗？ You either move or if you move a lot of times and you're not happy, the problem is you, right? Then you need to change and stop hating people, start seeing people in a better light.
True. Apparently, you have some extensive experience with sleeping pills.
What kind of question is that?
Yeah. So it's to see your reaction, right? So, can you share with us why you, other than stress, why you started to take them, and and how has that affected your personal life?
Well, I cannot travel without sleeping pills, that's one. So
Oh, really? Yeah.
No, I cannot because I can't sleep.
Oh.
But my major experience was in 2019. You know, when I talk
Right.
about these kind of things, I still stammer.
Mm.
In 2019, on the 1st of May, I pushed my sofa against my
Oh, this is the
main
sofa
door.
story.
Yeah. And then, so I don't want anyone to interfere with me because it was the 1st of May, and just a few days ago, the video had been
Circulated. Yeah.
Someone needs to go and question who circulated these videos.
Yeah. What was the source of the video? Because it was like your company, right? So technically CCTV is the property of the company.
Yeah.
So that's how I leaked the video.
Yeah, but my CCTV got no sound.
But there are two videos, one with sound, one without.
No.
Oh.
There was the first release in 2018, in April 2018, was the audio.
Oh, they only
Came out with the audio.
wow.
Then 2019, I don't know which were the spirits that were hanging around.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah.
Where they managed to put like a video
With audio
the
together.
audio together, and they cut it together because the police didn't do anything to me in 2018 when the audio came out.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
2019 when
someone put the audio and the video together.
and you know what they named the YouTube channel that they
Sam Beats.
Sam Beats. Yeah. So someone or a few people had gathered together to do that.
To plan.
Right.
Also, your office camera actually doesn't record audio.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah.
This is
So, but that's why I'm not saying I didn't do what I did. I did
of
what
course.
I did, right. But at the same time, it wasn't very nice what those people were doing to me, and I would imagine that those were some of the workers who were not very happy.
Oh. Wow.
But think about it. I mean, they waited
really
1 year, which is why I think I had this this anniversary tension because it's
okay.
almost as if like every April
Yeah.
they were trying to sabo me,
Wow.
and it was a very scary thought.
Mm-hmm.
So 1st of May, I took 50 pills and thinking that I would just like go to sleep. But unknown to me, that pill that I took doesn't kill.
Yeah. Thank the good Lord that Sam's still with us today. And for those of you struggling with mental health, know that today might be bad, but tomorrow can always be better.
Yeah, really. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
can always be. It's
It will.
actually at some level you have a
You must believe
part to
that.
play.
Yeah. You must take an active role in like trying to walk out of the darkness.
Yeah, because if you watch my TED Talk, I remember some of it. Like, some people are born with a lower general joy level, right?
Yeah,
so
correct.
their level of happiness is generally lower. But then over and above that, you can cultivate habits that help you become happier. Do things that help you become happier. Don't work every time and then forget who you are. Because we are all spiritual beings having a
correct.
human experiment
Yeah.
now, right?
Right.
So you must connect to yourself and know yourself a bit better, and then be happy, be joyful that you're having this experience.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I guess at some point maybe in our current society with the cliche but true cost of living things, people now view themselves as what's the number I'm generating this month.
Yes.
Yeah, right. Which is really if we use numbers to benchmark humans, it's a very stressful experience.
If you use numbers to benchmark the Marvels, it will be accurate.
Movie review here.
What kind of sites?
You said in an interview once that as humans, we are built or designed for happiness, but instead we always choose suffering. Why is that so?
Have I ever said that?
Yes, you said something along these lines that we have a tendency to lean towards indulging in our.
I think some
suffering,
people like drama. And I. No, I see like when I go into relationships with people, sometimes I can't leave well enough alone. And I will just need to like, why today cannot like that? You know, I will always create like little dramas to like make things spice up a bit. But at the same time, I think it's very unhealthy because it's not necessary. And at the same time, when we are all living our lives, you can either think positive or think negative. But having a choice to 选择幸福, to choose joy, is a choice.
It's a personal action.
Yes, a daily choice. Then you start seeing things in a very different way than if you like every day like gonna say like sure shit one today sure shit one Last time I tell you my father would be like, if Monday morning early in the morning something bad happens,
then the
our whole
day
week is screwed.
Whole week,
not day
week
is screwed. Then he will be bad mood for like whole week. But it doesn't have to be like that. Right, you have a choice.
We can let go of the spirit of negativity and let it out the door. You know?
Yes. But it's easy for me to say that. But some people are really very
predisposed to such a action. You mentioned once that you can never be what people want you to be. What do you mean by that?
Is this a coming out video?
No, it's not. It's not.
I think this is a remnant of the past, right? Where I feel as if I've always been ashamed to my family. They've never felt it. To be honest, I think my mother loves me to death, right? So she never felt the shame. But I've always felt the shame. And I felt it very acutely. So everything that I do was to, even this voice that I have, right, is purposely lower.
Oh.
Yeah. You my voice very high. So, I not only look like Alvin the Chipmunk, I sound like Alvin the Chipmunk. No, but everything has been carefully engineered. I mean, to try to attain like some semblance of normalcy, where I would be able to fit into society. So it's a contradiction of like wanting to fit in but still wanting to stand out. It's a mixture of using your weakness, your feminine energy to your benefit, where people remember you
instead
because when I talk to a construction worker, for example, right? If I am talking to you with a lot of feminine energy, it would scare you to death. But you go like, no, but if I talk to a construction worker like this,
they feel
and then slowly introduce that in my jokes because I cannot help but use it. I think then I cannot be what everyone wants me to be, right? And I don't have to be. I just need to be the person I was born to become, right? And I think that is a daily discovery of what that person is supposed to be. I've been seeing someone recently, and I've learned a lot from just a reflection of like what I am in a relationship, where as opposed to when I am by myself. I think it's a very huge learning experience.
And I read or saw in one of your previous interviews, you said that in the past you viewed like being in relationships as something like holding you back because you're afraid that you always have to take care of someone because you want to chiong in the front or something like that.
But 我已经 chiong 够了吧? But I was still chiong. You see, now the thing is I was still chiong.
Yes.
I will still chiong, but at the same time, I will take some delight in
lives,
in looking back.
Okay,
right, in like waiting. Because so impatient for what? I've been impatient all my life, right? I really truly have been impatient. Like when I was young, I wanted to be like the smartest, and I wanted to be the best singer. Then later when I won the Seow competition, right? Then I beat Tanya Chua, right? Then I wanted to be a singer. Then cannot. Then later Mediacorp asked me to be one of the judges for Singapore Idol.
Oh really?
Can you imagine?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That was like,
that's a really long time ago.
I will take that. I will take it.
You still look 27.
Whatever.
It's okay.
Whatever doesn't kill me makes me strong. Okay, yes, it was a long time ago, but then that I didn't take it up because public scrutiny would be too much, and then
because
then
it's
lawyer,
very, very
then
hot,
lawyer some more,
very,
and they wanted me to be the bitchy one. I mean, but you already had Ken Lim, who is now also going through his own
some
troubles.
yeah.
So everyone seems to like take turns to have troubles. But,
Yeah.
no, but to be honest, there's a perverse sense of delight in people sharing these
The
kinds
troubles,
of news,
right?
right?
Oh, yeah.
Like
It's the clicks.
yeah, why? When it's very painful. He's married, leh.
Oh yeah.
It's very
Correct,
painful,
yeah.
one, these kind of things. Can we be nicer to each other?
And we can't judge because what's the quote? Let he who is without sin cast
Yes.
the first stone.
Yes,
Right? Yeah,
you
yeah.
cast the first stone now, but
Ahmad, bring out the stones.
yeah. But I think
Yeah,
now
true.
Singaporeans will just throw stones anyway.
Yeah. They throw stones from the internet.
Yeah. It doesn't physically hurt, but it actually hurts. It almost drove me to suicide. Can you imagine, like, if a young child were to go
To
through
read those, wow,
Yeah.
that's intense, yeah. And there have been
Comments, yeah.
a lot of incidents of children,
yeah.
going through that process after reading the.
Yeah. And then you see that the policeman who killed himself. I think the internet kind of
really,
like,
really wrecked the wrecked the person. Right? So we should all be, we're all not perfect. We're all flawed and do our best not to.
yeah, but I think the challenge is to like live in our flaws, because I
Yeah.
think in all the cracks in our life, right,
Yeah.
these are the places where the light can shine through.
That's true. In all the cracks in our life, these are the places that the light could shine through.
Right.
You can write a book now.
Such wisdom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Needs to go into the book.
So good looking and so smart.
So you mentioned you received during the whole like meltdown and saga, you received some really like hateful comments and even death threats in Instagram DMs, right?
Yeah, man.
So
I don't know how.
like why?
Yeah, why, right?
Yeah.
I mean, okay, if you want to go on the hardware zone and all that I don't read, I mean, that's fine. But the 1st of May 2019 incident was because there were so many
Hate comments.
Facebook messengers
Facebook Messenger,
and then Instagram direct DMs.
Oh, wow.
And then some people also WhatsApp. They seem
WhatsApp? That means they got your number and
Yeah. So but that day it didn't seem to stop. And it was Labor Day, right? So I think a lot of people
Labor Day.
Yeah. So it was Labor Day and I was at home. So
Oh, shit. Yeah.
I couldn't go into the office
Yeah,
also
yeah,
because no one would be working. And then when all these messages came in, it just went like, fuck it lor.
Wow.
Right, your mommy will die, right? I die lor.
I show you up, don't I? Okay,
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
I think a lot of it is I show you all.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
I will make you pay for it.
Yeah,
Then
I mean,
that-
you will meditate on your words.
then you see you happy.
Yeah.
Then I wear all red and I kill
Yeah,
myself. The kind of, wow, 猎鬼 like that.
Netflix.
Yeah, but actually, it's true that some of that mentality would be like,
Yeah.
you want me to die, I die.
Show you up.
Then you see you happy enough.
Yeah.
But I think that's very unhealthy.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. And the show what I got, I take it all the way. Right? Something like that.
I'll take it all the way,
Yeah.
and then you see whether you're really happy or
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
Y'all want to go and like put the music, the sound and all the video together, and you want to torture me year by year, right? Okay, I let you win, no.
He let you like, 你赢了.
Yeah, can you stop it now?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
it hurts.
yeah.
Can you stop it? Yeah, I think that was where I was coming from. But now, the healthier way to deal with that is, if someone has done something wrong against you, then you must understand that they have done something wrong against you and do what you can about it in as sane and as rational a way as possible. At the same time, hope that like justice will prevail.
True.
Because we only have hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're in your depths, you
Yeah.
only have hope. But you know how I survived?
How do you survive?
My sister, they all didn't hear from me. They pushed
The sofa.
the sofa,
Wow.
yeah, to come in to save me. Family is
is key. And family, community, friendships, relationships that are valuable. Enriching relationships that support each other.
Yeah, we must support each other. We must be meaningful to each other. I think people don't say this anymore.
Correct. And I think I read a report that they say that in modern digital society, human loneliness is a growing epidemic.
Yeah.
Serious.
Correct.
There are a lot of lonely, frustrated people out there.
Yeah.
They might be one of the...
Yeah, but like if I get an emoji of a heart, I mean, it's very different from someone hugging you and saying I love you.
Yeah, that's true. That's
right?
true. Yeah, that's
I
true.
mean, you don't send an emoji when you can do something.
Heart and then XOXO. Yeah. What's your view of Singaporean creatives always having to like make it overseas before they are like recognized locally?
This is the Singapore thing, right?
Yeah,
we always need to like see someone succeed abroad before we will take them on board. But that's changed a bit, right? If you think about it, I mean, like Simon, Maitu, or
correct.
all these people are like taking into their lives, right?
Correct.
As like people, like, at some level, NOC, Wild Banana. I mean, where have all these
people
gone to, right?
Yeah.
But actually, like, if you think about it, when we had our social media, that was when a lot of Singaporean content was being seen, and people found it really popular. But there's been a new cast that's gone up. But I think the quest towards more meaningful content must continue, and like content that we can now, like, without the cost of like selling your film or your TV across the world, right? That you can just immediately resonate with other people in other countries.
True.
Why cannot? I mean, like, at some level, Jianhao has done it, right? Yeah, so a lot of his content is consumed
regionally, right? Yeah. That's why you see the numbers. You're like, wow, it's more than the population of Singapore, right?
Not talent management. We also need to show people that the demographics, the analytics,
the reach and the users, all these kind of thing, right? Yeah. So with the rise of like feminism, you mentioned that there should be equal opportunity objectification. Something along that lines. That's why you did all these like manhunt contests.
I don't do manhunt anymore. I do a lot of pageants. I do a lot of male pageants. I think women have been objectified for a very, very long time. So men, I tell you, 很多老色鬼, even the younger 色鬼, sometimes you just watch them looking at women. They can like look from up to down, they go up to down like that, no? And they feel as if like it's completely natural for them to objectify people, but it's rude, right? But just to make it equal, then we have fun. So I'm now like actually I own 4 of the biggest pageants in the world now in the Singapore leg, like, at least. So then let women have their fun, right? At some level, men enjoy it, right? To be watched, right? By the women when they're...
Got people notice.
And it changes their lives. I mean, nothing quite changes your life. Like wearing like swimming trunks and walking on stage, it really is, and then very people appreciate it. Correct. And people scream and clap at you. And it brings them to a whole new level of confidence, I feel. And then all of them will then realize that, wow, I'm very pui now. I need to go to the gym. In 3 months, right, their bodies, completely
they put in the work. Right.
And I'm so happy that I've been in the journey of so many men across so many batches, right, that have all changed their lives. And all of them become more confident, and they become like, some of them become very, very successful.
So guys, never give up on self-improvement.
Actually, you can be the best. I think my body now is the best version of myself throughout my entire life. Don't laugh. Because I used to be either very skinny or very fat, depending on whether I was depressed or whether I was happy. But now at least I'm trying to keep to a healthy regime.
Now we're going to do complete the following sentences segment.
Oh dear.
The best partner to survive with in a zombie apocalypse is...
Oh dear.
That might take your time.
A friendly zombie.
A friendly zombie.
Who would, like,
a vegan zombie.
A very highly skilled, like, friendly zombie who will protect me from them.
Who has pledged to abstain from meat. If there was a zombie apocalypse, what weapon would Samuel Seow be carrying?
Nuclear lah.
Nuclear.
All die together.
All die together.
I also don't want. Live my whole life like this for what?
Not worth it.
But go to
Really.
supermarket, like, 悄悄都可以 eat. I don't want.
Your dream life is
To be happy. Oh.
It's what everyone wants.
Yeah, but my dream, life is already. I wouldn't change anything.
Your top 3 fantasy wishes are.
Sexual or not?
Anything.
Top 3 fantasy.
Yes, wishes. Yes.
To be very rich, to be very good looking, and to be very healthy.
What Singapore needs is
I think to lighten up.
to lighten up.
To stop and smell the roses and
Yes.
to appreciate
Yeah.
the things that we have, because we have so much.
That's
people
that's
forget.
actually true. That's
Yeah.
actually true. Until you travel more and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, here the airport chala.
No, not airport. We got fountain there.
What Singapore's media and creative scene needs is
I think we need to gather together and be able to like find the right formula to actually all be able to make money from this scene, right? So we need to, you see, sometimes we have like very, not that we need to unionize, but we have like people who are willing to do a lot of things for very little money.
Oh.
But because you go and spoil market like this, right?
Yeah. Because
Then-
then you sabo their like inroad into the
Then other people who are actually doing like
correct.
the same thing as
Yeah,
you, everyone needs to down their rates.
Yeah.
This I blame on MediaCorp.
Oh yeah.
I really
Take 1 year
do.
to pay.
No lah, they don't take so long to pay. Sometimes they
Okay,
forget. No, but I think MediaCorp pays everyone very lowly.
Oh wow.
And because you are the 龙头老大,
Yeah,
you
you're
need
the-
to set.
You set the standard,
Yeah,
right?
you need to set a standard. But if you pay everyone so low, then everyone thinks that everyone who acts in films and TV needs to be paid so low.
so it cascades down.
Yeah, even people like Brie Larson gets
Right.
$25 million a movie.
Yeah.
You know, but in Singapore, like your whole movie is like maybe
Yeah, 2
less
million.
than 10% of that.
Yeah, correct. That's the lunch budget
Yes.
of a Marvel movie, right?
Yeah.
That's for craft services.
And
catering.
coming from a country that's one of the richest countries in the world, I mean, are we embarrassed or not? Like you are the national broadcaster of one of the richest countries in the world, and you pay people $150 per hour. You know how does that person survive? GST is coming up again in January. Everyone is suffering.
Yeah.
Then why are you torturing actors?
The talent, right?
Yeah.
And so this becomes a vicious cycle, right? Because it's like footballing, right? If talented people see there's no money in it,
Yeah.
right? They'll go into other fields and they
Yeah.
will have what I call an internal creative brain drain.
How come our football so bad?
Yeah, because no money. I read some report like 2K for years.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Oh, okay.
Jialat, really jialat.
Then maybe that's why you cannot get people.
Yeah, they cannot get any talent. Yeah. In the future, everyone will be
Dead. I think humanity is in dire straits. Yeah, I really feel so. I maybe it's the pessimist in me, right? But I really feel like now there are 2 wars happening, and then but there are so many people who don't care about those wars happening until they come and like interfere with your life. Then you will
bother.
I mean, then if you believe in what certain people say, we are all suffering from global warming. You know, then the world is like also
Screwed.
and dying. I mean, and all major religions have been crying like, oh, end of the world for a long time.
Yeah.
You know, so I feel maybe there's still hope. You know, like
Yeah, there's still.
I feel there's hope. You know,
Yeah.
as long as there's one or 2 good people.
The good people are still fighting the good fight.
Yeah, at least if we fight, we lose, we still win. No?
Still, right? What's that quote from the movie Shawshank Redemption? Hope is a good thing and no good thing ever dies.
Yes.
Something like that, right?
Yeah.
And I guess...
you had to make a prison reference.
Yeah, sorry. It wasn't intentional.
Well, hey, I must tell you, since you're talking about the prison thing,
prison.
you know that Dkosh, I saw your episode.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
That origami.
Yes, the origami, the bird.
I left the cell and he went to populate it. Then he went to take my place.
Oh.
So
wow.
we went to the same cell, and then he sent an email through his colleague
Yeah,
to say, hey, I'm now with your 2 cellmates.
Wow.
Yeah, and I thought that was quite special because, you know, my cellmates, you know their names?
No.
One was called Adam.
Okay.
The other one was called Eve. As in
Really?
Yves Saint Laurent.
Really?
Yeah, but he pronounces it as Yves, but
Yeah.
he's only coming out in 4 years' time. So,
Oh shit.
but it's actually Adam and Eve, and for me, it was a very spiritual experience for me in prison. I spent a lot of time praying, and it was almost as if like it was a new beginning for me because everything needed to reset.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so I needed to like rediscover myself, and I'm on this rediscovery period. At the same time, you know, I also need to survive, so I'm working, and I'm feeling a lot happier than I used to. I feel lighter, right? Last time in interviews I always like, lawyer lah, cannot say this cannot do this I own a firm I cannot say this cannot do this
Yeah. How would this look?
How would this look? What would people say?
What would the clients think?
Yeah. Then what if I just say something wrong and then people don't want to use my firm already? Then how many people do I have to fire? You know?
Everyone no rights to eat.
Yeah. 做老板要养人 I took that responsibility very seriously.
Truly, you took it on yourself.
Yeah,
I guess that's the thing. People, not many people have that experience of running a company, right, in Singapore. Right. Yeah,
I think a lot of people want to be entrepreneurs for some strange reason.
Yeah, I think there's this whole like glow and buzz about entrepreneurship, but actually
it's all this like Ma Yun but Ma Yun also now got attacked, right? Then
correct.
all this Elon Musk Richard Branson all make like all these entrepreneurs look like superstar ma. Actually, entrepreneurship.
But these are the 0.01% of the It's very tough.
Every day have to feed people. Every day have to make enough money to make the rent. You know, it's every single decision in relation to what happens is made by you. So it's a tough
burden, right? Yeah, true. Yeah, but if you like your work, guys.
You see, people always say like, oh, this is not for me. I don't have the passion for it. I tell you, I want to be a waiter, you know. Because I have a friend who owns a restaurant, and because nowadays F&B cannot find people, right?
Yes.
So I wear masks. By the time I was wearing masks, so I wear masks, and I was a waiter for a day, and I got so many compliments. I didn't like necessarily what I did, but I like people, and I go and talk to people, and I go hala with them. People happy with it, what?
They give them a good time and experience.
Give them a good time. You made me sound like I was a waiter.
That's not that bad.
Yeah, no, but actually, I really, you know, I think don't find a job that is your passion because you won't know what's your passion unless you try it.
You can only do so by trial and error.
Yeah, put passion into your job.
Don't find
don't find your passion. Put passion into your job, right? It's a change of mindset, right? Because even when I was working as a lawyer for my first boss, right, I was working my ass off. I was treating it as my firm. But now, I watched a recent YouTube video. They say, what is toxic about your work environment? And the first trait they said is toxic about work environment is when they call you a family. It's like, how's that fucking toxic, right? They make your family 不好 meh? No, they cannot. So basically they said, when they call you family, that means they'll call you at any time like they want. Like weekdays, weekends, they will just call you. So that's very toxic. You must manage your work-life balance. I think all the young people are going to resonate with them rather than with me. But I think we are at the cusp of like, this is where I'm not so relevant to the Gen Zs anymore because I still believe in hard work. And I believe that you must put your best into everything, not so much for your company, but for yourself.
Right? Yeah, that's true.
Right.
Because the world's a pretty competitive place.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, even doing this podcast, so like I'm doing this purely mainly for the passion is driving these guys. Right?
And I really admire that, right?
thank
Because
you.
there are many people who are doing podcasts now, and you know, it to hang on for so long, and, and to always try to do better. I think it's admirable.
Correct. That's true. That's true. I guess like it's true. You can only find your passion by doing more.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you can only find a passion by putting the passion into what you're doing.
My passion is to make enough money to like be able to retire.
Okay. Correct.
So I don't care how I go about
How you
it.
achieve it, right?
Yeah. Like why do you have to have passion for your work? I mean, who has a passion to like
wake up,
photocopy, staple?
yeah.
I mean,
nobody.
if your passion is to staple things,
Maybe, yeah.
good on you, mate. But how many people have that as a passion?
Yeah, no
right?
one.
But you just have to do that.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's part of your job. Right? Then just like
correct.
your job. Know that it's a means to an end.
And it's what will carry you to the destination.
Yeah, and at the same time, when the people around you, make friends because those people are important.
Yeah,
right?
sure.
You never know when any person in this world will save your life.
Yeah, that's true. And I think on that note, this has been an excellent conversation, Samuel. And thanks for coming onto the...
I didn't come, but thanks.
Yeah. Coming onto the Singaplex after office hours podcast, guys. See you next time. Bye.